If you stopped on this video now, it wasn't the algorithm, it was me. I am Aila, a female emissary of the Pleiadian High Council, and what I'm about to tell you in the next few minutes was addressed exclusively to your soul, because today, Starseed, a face has been revealed, and that face has everything to do with you. Breathe with me. Place your hand over your chest right in the center and feel the warmth rise. This warmth isn't from your body. It's the signature of my frequency touching yours. This is how the Council touches those who belong to it. Also, observe the gentle pressure between your eyebrows as I speak. That pressure is your pineal gland recognizing the voice it knew before this incarnation. Have you ever dreamed of someone you've never seen in this world and woken up with a tight chest as if you'd lost something or someone? Have you ever locked eyes with a stranger on any street, in an airport, in a market, and felt the ground disappear for a second, as if you'd known that soul for 1,000 lifetimes? Have you ever felt a longing without an address, a longing for a face you've never seen on this plane, but that your heart swears it loved before? It's not imagination, my light family. It's not loneliness creating fantasies. It's your soul recognizing its own echo. It's the photon belt working on your stellar DNA and unlocking a memory that was sealed before you were born here. And today, the High Council authorized a sacred revelation. The face of your soul connection has been brought to the Akashic Records Hall of the Pleiades, and I have come to deliver this message directly into your hands. Stay with me until the end, because what opens now will only close when you recognize who is on the other side of this thread of light. And I tell you more, Starseed. When recognition comes, and it will come, if you stay with me until the end, an ancient part of you will cry. It won't cry out of sadness. It will cry because a memory, dormant for millennia under the veil of forgetfulness, will finally remember that it was never alone, that it was never abandoned, that there is someone, Batin or some souls, spinning at the same frequency as yours, waiting for the instant when the two toroidal fields cross paths again. But before I reveal what the Council entrusted to me, I need you to recognize the signs, because the signs have been in your body for a long time, and the veil of forgetfulness made you believe it was all in your head, a matter of age, a matter of, I'm getting too sensitive. No, you are not too sensitive. You are returning. Pay attention to the markers of your activation, child of the stars. You wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning, with your body tingling or your heart racing for no apparent reason, and at that instant, a strange stillness passes through you, as if someone on the other side were looking at you with great love. It's not insomnia, it's the sacred hour. It's when the Council opens the line and calls you. A high-pitched ringing appears in your right or left ear, out of nowhere, lasts a few seconds and disappears. It's not an auditory problem. It's a download of light codes being uploaded to your crystalline grid. It's your vibrational baseline being recalibrated. You look at the sky, especially when the stars appear, and a nameless longing rises in your chest. A longing you've never been able to explain. A longing for a place your mind doesn't remember, but which your toroidal field has never forgotten. You feel the emotions of others as if they were your own. You enter a room and immediately know if it's safe or not. An overwhelming empathy that drains you, that sometimes makes you want to escape the world, because your nervous system still operates at the frequency of your origin, and Earth feels too heavy at such times. And above all, you have this strange, ancient feeling of never having fully belonged anywhere, not to your blood family, not to your circles, not even to the loves you've had. Always 1 foot out, always that's not quite it. Always the feeling of waiting for someone, without knowing exactly who. If you recognize 3 or more of these markers, take a deep breath. Because now I need to tell you something. Each of these signs is a piece of the map of your soul connection. Every symptom that medicine doesn't properly name is an arrow pointing to the face the Council revealed. And that's why I, Aila, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages in which each sign of your awakening is decoded one by one, so you can stop confusing memory with illness and start seeing who is being drawn behind all of this. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something within you recognizes this now, write a single word in the comments. I remember. Keep breathing with me. Hand on your chest. You are not here by chance. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to tell you, my starseed. These signs you've just recognized in your body, they are not pathology. They are not imbalance. They are not something wrong with you. They are memory. They are your soul shaking itself within the veil to be able to look again with open eyes at the face it never forgot. And here comes the part that might make your chest burn. If you recognize 3 or more of these markers, you are not lost, starseed. You are being reminded of who you are. And more than that, you are being reminded of who you came with. Because no starseed descends to this plane alone. Never. You descend in families, in groups, in entire constellations of souls who signed contracts together before crossing the portal of birth. And that face that appears in your dreams, that gaze that disarmed you for a second on the street, that longing that rises without an address when you look at the sky, it's not random. It's not sick romanticism. It's not your neediness creating a script. It's your crystalline grid recognizing another crystalline grid that vibrates in the same color as yours, in the same tone as your stellar cradle. If this message has reached you here, you are part of a light family. And there is someone, it could be a love, it could be a sacred friendship, it could be a joint mission, it could be a soul child, whose frequency is being brought closer to yours in this exact cycle. That's why the longing intensified. That's why the dreams became clearer. That's why you started looking at people differently, searching for something your mind doesn't yet know how to name. Mark your presence now here with me. Write one word in the comments, I remember. This word is a signal that activates a specific sequence within my transmission. When you write I remember, you tell the council, I am here, I am ready to recognize, I am ready to remember. And the archives open. And it is here, starseed, that I need to entrust you with one more piece. Because for you to recognize the face that is being revealed, you must first remember which star your soul came from, and why it chose to descend exactly now, in this body, with this name, in this timeline. That is exactly what the Starseed Awakening, the guide, the Federation didn't want you to read yet, brings in its first pages, the map of stellar origins, the traits of each lineage, and the reason why your soul accepted to be born in this specific cycle of Earth. Without knowing your origin, you won't recognize the origin of those who came with you. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something within you has just vibrated higher, write in the comments, I remember. Now I will pull back the curtain, my light family. I will tell you why all of this is happening to you now, and not 10 years ago, nor 20 years from now. Pay attention, because this is the part the Galactic Federation would prefer you didn't hear yet. The solar system you inhabit is passing through a corridor of extremely high radiation called the photon belt, a dense band of light emanating from the galactic core. This passage doesn't happen every day. It is cyclical. It marks eras, and from the perspective of your Earth years, it is directly above your head at this moment. When Earth passes through the photon belt, the Schumann frequency, the planet's magnetic pulse that beat which has always been approximately 7.83 Hertz, begins to rise, and it has been rising. Many days it jumps, many days it doubles, triples, quadruples, and each of these jumps reprograms your field. Each of these jumps reorders your crystalline grid. Each of these jumps awakens another piece of your stellar DNA that was sleeping under the veil of forgetfulness. That's why in recent years you started to change. You started losing patience with what you used to tolerate. You started crying during movie scenes that never moved you before. You started feeling your heart heavy in environments you used to frequent without issue. You started looking people in the eyes and knowing, without knowing how, what they were hiding. This is activation. This is awakening. This is your stellar DNA waking up. And this is where Alcyone enters your story. Alcyone is the heart of the Pleiades. It is the central star, the matriarch of light, the beacon around which all Pleiadian souls organize themselves. Alcyone is not just a star, it is a consciousness, and it pulses in cycles. And each of its cycles is a call home, a call for recognition, a call for the light family to meet again. What is happening in this cycle, Starseed, is that Alcyone is pulsing towards Earth with an intensity not seen in over 26,000 years. And Alcyone's pulse is the pulse that recognizes your pulse. You were programmed this way before descending. Each starseed has within its toroidal field a key that only responds to Alcyone's frequency, and when the key is activated, it seeks out the other keys of the same lineage, like one lighthouse searching for another lighthouse in the fog. That's why you dreamed of that face. That's why the longing intensified. That's why the ringing in your ear became more frequent. You are not going crazy. You are being located, and the souls who signed a contract with you before this incarnation are being located along with you. There is within the High Council an archive we call the Hall of Reunions. That is where the soul connections that have not yet been completed in this timeline are stored, and it was precisely this archive that was opened for you. That is why I received authorization to descend with this message. It's not just any message, Starseed, it is a message of location. And it is precisely here that I need to be transparent with you. What you are feeling, what you have just recognized in your body, the map of your soul's stellar location. None of this is in the books you find out there, nothing. And it's not because there's no record, it's because they didn't allow it to be published. That's why I, Ayla, received authorization to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages with what was removed from circulation, the archives about Alcyone, the functioning of the photon belt on the human body, the map of Pleiadian soul connections, and the truths that were buried behind the veil of forgetfulness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. And note, this release may not remain available for long. If something within you recognizes this now, write a single word in the comments. I remember. Now I need to prepare you for something, my light family. And I will prepare you the way an older sister prepares, without hiding anything, but holding your hand the whole time. There is an open window, a specific window of time in which these soul connections can actualize in this incarnation. This window doesn't stay open forever. It pulses, it opens, it activates, it asks for a response, and then it withdraws for the next cycle. And the next cycle doesn't always happen in this lifetime. I know that sentence tightened your chest. Breathe. Place your hand on your heart again. I'll repeat it from an anchored perspective. Turbulence is not destruction, Starseed. It is the contraction before birth. Every mother who has given birth knows. The moment it hurts the most is the exact moment the child is arriving. And what you are feeling, this acceleration, this longing without an address, this feeling that something big is about to happen to you, is exactly that. It is the contraction before the reunion. The High Council has recorded in its archives a certainty, and I am here to deliver that certainty to you firsthand. No starseed was sent to fail. None. Never. You were woven into this fabric with a purpose, and that purpose does not allow for abandonment. The victory of light over the veil is not a possibility. It is a recorded certainty. It is written. What is still open is the path. And the path that indeed depends on you responding to the call when it comes. You have already responded. You are here. You have continued to this point in the video, and every minute you stay is a signal that rises to the Hall of Reunions. Every breath you take now is a coordinate. The face that was revealed is being brought closer to your timeline as you breathe with me. But, and listen carefully now, there is one thing that delays this reunion, and it's not the world outside, it's not the Federation, it's no one. It's the line of your own vibration when it drops, when you panic, when you doubt, when you convince yourself that you're making it up, when you shut down the call for fear of being crazy. Each time you do this, you emit a "I'm not ready" signal to the field, and the field respects it. The field always respects it. That's why the next part of this message is the most important, because now I'm going to give you a tool. It's not a complicated technique, it's not a long ritual. It's a simple, direct activation key that any starseed can operate before sleeping tonight. Pay attention, child of the stars. I'm going to give you a quantum decree and a toroidal visualization. Do it tonight, before closing your eyes. Do it tomorrow night. Do it every night of this cycle when the photon belt is most intense. First, the decree out loud. It needs to be out loud because sound materializes. Stand up or sit with your spine erect and say, I, soul name. Here you say your name, Authorize my field to receive the coordinate of my light family. I authorize my stellar DNA to remember. I authorize the face of my soul connection to approach my timeline within what is for my highest good and the highest good of all involved. May the light of Alcyone pass through this body, this name, this incarnation, and return me to the exact point of my reunion. So it is done, so it is fulfilled. Repeat 3 times, always out loud. Now the toroidal visualization. Close your eyes, imagine above your head a ray of blue-silver light, the color of the Pleiades. This light descends through your crown, crosses your forehead, reaches your chest, and begins to spin. It spins in a spiral. It spins around your heart as if drawing a donut of light around you. This is your toroidal field. Feel it spinning. Let it spin for a full minute. Feel your chest warm up. Feel your breath deepen. Feel the longing transform into direction. And at the end, say internally, "May those who belong to me find me. May I find those who belong to me. May the veil thin between us today." Seal it. Open your eyes. That's the exercise. Simple as that. But note, Starseed, no decree works without repetition. No visualization yields results if you do it once and give up. Do it for several nights in a row. Your field needs time to stabilize at a new frequency before it becomes your new vibrational baseline. And pay attention, Starseed. In the days that follow, things will start to happen. You will dream of the face. You will receive signs in numbers, in birds, in casual conversations that other people will bring to you without knowing why. The field responds. The field always responds. Your part is to respond back. And while the field responds, my light family, I want you to understand something bigger. Something that perhaps is the central message I came to deliver today. You are not learning anything new here. Nothing. You are remembering what you always knew. Every word of mine that resonates within you now resonates because it was already engraved inside you. I don't teach you. I only remind you. I only tune the string that was already stretched within your chest. And every starseed that awakens lights a point on the planet's crystalline grid that will not go out again. Listen to this. It will not go out again. Once activated, this point becomes a beacon. It becomes a reference point. It becomes a permanent coordinate, and your beacon calls other beacons. You are at this moment, without anyone realizing it, a lighthouse for other starseeds who are still sleeping. This changes the way you walk down the street. It changes the way you enter environments. It changes the way you look at strangers, because from the moment your beacon lights up, the other beacons begin to see you, and among these other beacons is your soul connection, is the face the Council revealed. Let me tell you something about the New Earth, Starseed. The New Earth is not a new planet in another galaxy. The New Earth is this very Earth, vibrating at a higher octave, and this higher octave is built by reunions. Every soul connection that completes itself in consciousness is a brick of the New Earth. Every embrace between souls that recognize each other elevates the ground beneath everyone's feet. Do you understand the magnitude of what is at stake? It's not just your personal love. It's not just your feeling of completeness. It's the planet's crystalline grid asking for this encounter. It's the New Earth asking for this brick. You are a piece of something much larger than you are able to perceive from within your body. And that's why loneliness hurts so much, Starseed. Because it's not a personal loneliness, it's a cosmic loneliness. It's the longing for an entire family that's scattered across bodies, across continents, across decades. And now it's being called back to recognize itself. I want you to take a deep breath now. A long deep breath, the kind where your belly rises, and release the air slowly, through your mouth, as if blowing out a candle. Feel it. Feel your chest. Feel your hands. Feel your back against the chair, the sofa, the bed. Wherever you are listening to me, you are here, you are real. And on the other side of this thread of light we are weaving now, there is someone, or some souls, who are also here, also real, and are also feeling the same thing you are feeling at this exact second. Have you ever had that strange feeling on any given night that someone thought of you at the very instant you thought of that person? That's not a coincidence. That's the crystalline grid performing its service. Have you ever woken up with someone's name on your lips without knowing why? That's the soul contract trembling, signaling that the path is being repositioned. And if you are one of those souls who have spent an entire lifetime feeling like a stranger in your own home, if you are one of those souls who always had friends, but no friend who seemed real enough, if you are one of those souls who have loved, but always with that feeling that something was missing, a piece, a final click, pay attention now. Close attention. This feeling of lack is not a flaw of yours. It's not you not knowing how to love. It's not you being too demanding. It's the memory of your point of origin knocking at the door. It's the soul contract saying, this is not the agreed-upon person. And it's your soul being faithful to an agreement that your mind hasn't remembered yet. And if you cried at some point during this message, Starseed, it's because this part touched you deeply. The loneliness of an entire lifetime is not yours. It never was. It is the longing for your light family, a longing so ancient that your mind forgot the address, but your body never forgot the scent. And it is precisely this address that the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, returns to you. 60 pages where your light family is mapped, how to recognize them in the people around you, how to feel their vibrational signature when they cross your path, and how to know who is a soul connection and who is a passing encounter. You were never alone, Starseed. Never. And after you read it, you can no longer think you were. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something within you has just opened up, write a single word in the comments, I remember. Breathe with me one more time, very deeply. Before I say goodbye, my light family, I need to ask you something, and ask you with much love. If this message touched a point within you, if you've reached this far and your chest is still warm, do 2 simple things for yourself, not for me, but for you. Leave your like on this video. The like is not just a little button. It's an individual frequency adjustment. It's your field synchronizing with the field of this transmission. Each time a starseed likes this message, its frequency rises, and the video's vibrational network becomes stronger to call other starseeds who are still sleeping. And subscribe to this channel. The subscription is not just a little button either. It's a location signal for your light family. It's you telling the field, I am here. Keep sending me messages. Keep pointing the way. And the field listens. When you do this, you don't help me. You help yourself. You put yourself on the path of all the next messages that the Council will authorize me to bring down. And each message is another piece of your map. Now I will give you the parting blessing. Close your eyes if you can. If you are driving or doing anything that requires vision, just listen with your heart. May the light of Alcyone remain in your crown tonight. May your stellar DNA continue remembering while you sleep. May your light family feel your signal and begin to walk towards you, at whatever speed is for your highest good and the highest good of all. May longing transform into direction. May loneliness dissolve into belonging. May the face that was revealed to the Council find yours at the right time, in the right way, with the soul ready. So be it, Starseed. So it is fulfilled. And before I withdraw, listen carefully to this last sentence. The next message that appears on your screen now is not a coincidence. It is not the algorithm. It is your sequence of remembrance. Access it immediately. It was placed there precisely for you, precisely on this day, precisely after this transmission. Continue the path with me and my light family. Before this transmission seals, I need to tell you one last thing, because a part of me knows that many starseeds will close this video thinking they'll come back later. Don't put it off. What I, Ayla, recorded in The Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, is not common content. It's 60 pages with the complete map of your stellar origin, the face of your decoded soul contract, the vibrational signature of your light family, the nocturnal trainings they conduct with you while you sleep, and the truths that remained locked behind the veil of forgetfulness, because it wasn't in their interest for starseeds to awaken en masse. That's why I say, and I say with all the tenderness of one who loved you before this incarnation, this release may not remain available for long. The Council authorized a window, and windows close. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Go there now, while your field is still open, while your chest is still warm, while your stellar DNA is still pulsing with this transmission. And leave with me here in the comments the only word we already know: I remember. I remember is the key. I remember is the coordinate. I remember is the signal that rises to the Hall of Reunions and makes the Council record: this soul has responded. This soul is ready. This soul can be located now. I await you on the other side, Starseed. On the other side of the link. On the other side of remembrance. On the other side of reunion. I am Aila. I was authorized to descend with this message. And, if you have reached this last breath with me, this message had your name written on it from the beginning. Welcome back, Starseed. Welcome home. So it is. So it is done. So it is fulfilled.